Hey, Casas Adobes, Pastor John here, talking to you about what's coming up this Sunday. So, I got two stories for you, and they relate to each other pretty well. First story is a story that Jesus told about some bridesmaids, some maidens who were waiting for a groom to come. And back in the olden days, they had big wedding parties and they would wait for the bridegroom to come to the bride's house. And so they would wait and wait, and people would be anticipating this big parade finally when the groom came. And so sometimes it would take days for the groom to come, but they would sit there waiting, and then there would be a great celebration. Well, he tells a story about 10 bridesmaids who are waiting and waiting for the bridegroom to come, and they have sort of little lamps, little candles. That's what I have here. And so they are holding on to their candles and waiting because they're going to light the way into the party once the bridegroom comes. And then once the party gets started, their lights are going to light up the whole hall so that they can have a big celebration. And so what happens is half of these bridesmaids didn't tend their lamps very well, and they were running out of oil. All of a sudden, the bridegroom comes and everybody's excited. They're like, look, there he is way out on the horizon. Everybody goes running. The ones who had been burning their lamps and sort of wasted their oil, they're like, oh, we don't have any. And what are we going to do? And the other bridesmaids, they had all their oil. And so the ones who wasted their oil said, can you give us half of yours? Now, this is a hard story because sometimes it doesn't make sense to us because we want to share. But the problem is everyone was counting on those bridesmaids to provide light for the party. If they didn't have any lamp oil, there would be darkness and there would be no party, and they would let everybody down. And so the other bridesmaids say, you know what, we're sorry, but we have to keep our lamp oil for everybody, and that we need to keep it going. Otherwise, everyone will be let down. So, so the other bridesmaids get shut out of the party, and I know it's a hard lesson, but it's a good reminder that we need to be keeping up our fuel reserves, because if we run out of fuel, if I ran out of fuel on this thing here, if I ran out, what would happen? I wouldn't be able to light it. So I have fuel. Now, I want you to look at these two candles. Here is one that is all burned out, and here is one that is fresh and new. Okay? Which one do you think will last longer? Which one do you think will burn the longest? Which one do you think will have the brightest flame? The one that's all burned out, or the one that still has lots of wax? Well, I say it's the one that has lots of wax, and I just dropped my other candle. There it is. So, this is one of the lessons, okay? Is that you have to keep your fuel going. Just like a person in the church, you can't let yourself get all burned out on everything. You got to keep yourself up and going, because otherwise, if you get all burned out, then you have nothing that you're going to be able to share or to inspire to be a part of the church. And we want you to stay safe, and we want you to be a blessing. And so you have to have fuel in order to share the light of Christ. Okay? So The second lesson that we're going to be in Sunday school is about Joshua, and it's tied in because Joshua, they're trying to decide who they're going to serve. And Joshua said, well, I don't know about you guys. You guys might serve whoever you want to, but for me, I'm going to serve God. And so all the people say, yeah, we want to serve God too. And so they all renew their covenant. They all make an agreement to be in community and to serve God together. And so this is a lesson that we're going to learn in Sunday school is what does it mean to be in covenant and to serve each other, to be in community. Well, one of the things in community is you don't burn each other out, you support each other, and you have enough fuel for yourself that the bridegroom and the party and everyone who is depending on you, still you're able to have that bridal party that Jesus was talking about. Everybody plays a part. Now, unfortunately, in the story we heard, the bridesmaids who didn't look after their oil, let their oil reserves burn out. They ran out of fuel. They let everyone down. And so that is going to be the lesson this week. Keep your fuel up. Don't be foolish. Okay? I want you to be well. I want you, of course, to be safe. And always, always be a blessing. And I will see you at Sunday school. Bye-bye. Peace.